Father, this life in the palace is so boring. I want to get out there. I want to test my mettle. I want to go and fight our enemies and conquer kingdoms. Think about what you're saying, my son. I have thought about it. All this time, all this peace. Everyone calls you a warrior. I don't see you fighting. I just see you sitting here and building and... Son, I've seen how much you care for others. I've seen the empathy in your heart. Yes, Father, but no, my son, no. You need to understand that a balance has to be established between conflict and peace. We do not wish to harm people for no reason. I know you agree with me on that. I suppose, Father, then we must only go to war when it's justified. Of course, Father. Of course, I think I understand. Hello and welcome back, connoisseurs of Crusader Kings 3, friends of the channel and newcomers alike. We are here once again in the Sultanate of Lohara in the Ghaznavid Empire with Harsa, our Sultan. Look at this. He's at 100% and he's letting his troops be killed for no reason because the AI does not respond as fast as a human would to these. The second this pops for a human, it's literally pause and do it right away, but he's just letting it sit on it. I hope that doesn't turn into some bad stuff for him. We have 92 gold in the pocket. I'm considering going on a pilgrimage, just a close by one to a store. I could use, you know, now that I'm getting older, I could probably use some learning experience, you know, just because there's a couple things in there that might help us out towards the end of our life. As for wars, there are really none except this one that we want to do. The Unstoppable Alexander. While studying the tactics of ancient generals, I was amazed to learn of the exploits of Alexander the Great during the conquest of Mesopotamia. Okay. So this is fording. I mean, military engineer is just so good. It's literally impossible to just say no to this. So we're going to become a military engineer. And now we're going to declare war on this guy for our vassals' claims, as we had always intended to do. We were just waiting for the cooldown to happen. He has actually a pretty good alliance. Let's see where his allies lie. He's got that guy still. He's still got the guy in my territory. Most of his allies seem to be like super far away. That guy's not that far. That's a bit worrisome. His own military is much weaker than mine. I think we have the exact same situation we did before, that if we can fight him fast and bring a few of our allies in, like not all of them, that would be overkill, but just a few, we probably could get this done real easy. So let's try it. Let's do it. Declare war here for his claims. Got to put a flag right by his capital, as we did before. Here we need to raise all, and then hopefully we will be able to kill his guys before he can bring his allies and make the army strong enough to stop us. Everybody can join, it's fine, we have the prestige to send. Let's do it. The more people who join, the faster it gets done. They have finally finished their war, which is good. I'm glad they did. Cross our troops over. Our army, our personal army, is much bigger than it has been at any other point in time. He's trying to escape us. I can see why he would. I'm just going to actually cancel that. And then we're going to chase him. We should be fine in spite of the fact we have the penalty because we're just such a bigger army. We have maimed one of his shuvers. And one of our shuvers was maimed. That's actually pretty bad. Guy here. Ransom him back immediately. Then we're going to siege the capital. Hopefully we can get this done fast. This inspiration is for a brooch. We're not really interested in a brooch right now. Let's speed this up a little bit so we can get this war on its way. Okay, so there's been a white peace in for our liege over the, I think it was a Liberty War. So all of our liege's wars are finally finished. So he has used his strong hook to become our steward. I mean, that's okay, I guess, but it does leave us in a pretty bad position with one of our vassals, who is now upset. Do I have any place else I can put him? Not really. Everybody else is pretty much a powerful vassal except our spy master, and he can't do the job. So let's see if we can't... we could learn his language. What is his language? I think we're going to sway him. Now let's learn his language. I think that'll be more helpful. So let's learn his language. We have this guy who is now the successor to the knightly order. We can force him to be a knight. If we don't force him, he won't come in because we currently have knights in place. Start forbidding down the bottom here. Just clean up this. Now we can put him in place. Great. So my player heir has had an heir who is quick, which is why we married this lady, was to hope to get that happening. And then we have another grandson and another grandson. He's got many sons. Good for you, boy. So we're going to name these Ananta and Kalaza after our father and our grandfather. And you grow strong and wise. We've also gained a martial perk, which allows us to take envelopment, which is good. We're about to win this siege. Now that we've won the siege, we're going to go up here and try to get him. Strategic impasse. 2 of our commanders are having their usual dispute. We are going to employ both strategies as always, because we're just that good. Who is this? Who's out of their position? The Spy Master. Interesting. So we lost our Spy Master. Possibly she was imprisoned? I mean, there was no successful siege, so I don't know how she would be imprisoned. Well, if they're gonna just back off, we'll just move our siege up. Who would be a Spy Master that we can put in there? Is there any good reassigns? This could help us out, because we could put the kid back in, right? He's not terrible. He's not good, but he's not terrible. And then we can put the kid back in, so he stops being upset. Give him his job back. I guess this is okay. I mean, it's not what he would prefer. He wanted the money, clearly, but the compromises have to be made. Hopefully he's smart enough to put his wife in to help him out. Oh yeah, it's just automatic, because they always do the mixed one, right? Yeah. Kind of makes sense. Okay, now that he's stuck, that we will take this fight. There we go. Now this prisoner, is this prisoner actually giving us value? He is, but I don't care. I would rather the money. So please, thank you. We will go back to not winning, but the siege will cause the victory to take place, which is good. We will enforce our demands, come out of this war in a better financial position than we went into it with, which is just excellent. So we have now, up here in Middle Lohara, we have helped all of our vassals get all the territories that they were owed by their claims. Looking for claims that people have that aren't already fulfilled. We know he has claims down here, but we've kind of been avoiding that. Do you have any claims? No, you're actually good. So are you. How about you in Nepal? No claims. How about you? You have tons of claims. A lot of it's in our territory, but some of it isn't. Well, if we could get you to join, we could probably do some work for you. Still a long way off, though. And we're not even working on you right now. We got more people who can be ransomed, so let's just get all the wealth from these ransoms done. 2 of our children lack guardians. Our 8-year-old daughter, I will be her guardian myself, and then my 6-year-old daughter wants to be a diplomat. You could do it. You could do it. There we go. Did we ever replace our court tutor? We did not. It's important that we do. So let's grab a court tutor. This woman is excellent. She's the the wife of my son, so she can do it. It's a perfect position for her. We have a wet nurse in place too. We do want to remove our caravan master because we said we would, because he's poor at it. Gonna get rid of him. Sorry, but it was never a job you were destined to do. So the same guy who's good at his current job and our knight can do this. Now we have a hook against him because he kind of betrayed us, but I'm willing to forgive. The thing is, this guy's defensive and slow. I like the mixed better, but she's good. She doesn't currently hold a position, and she gives us a nice mix. I think so. I was thinking of maybe getting a bodyguard. Actually, no, we're fine for now, I think. Yes, I think we're fine for now. Let's see how much money we have. There's so many things that I'd like to save up for. So many things. Yes, we will confess. I feel so much lighter. Thank you. That should take us down to almost no stress. Maybe we should be spending our money on troops. I don't want to invest in that right now, though. Instead, I'd rather invest in buildings so we can continue the cycle of getting stronger. We don't have the money for our preferred buildings here, either of them. So it'd be 500 gold. If we had 500 gold, I think we would just be saving and getting this. Yeah, I think so. Another possibility is we could do a grand tour. We haven't done a tour in a long time. A long, long time. Yeah, we could consider doing a tour. How much will a tour actually cost us? Let's say we were to go here, 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 and home. That's 800. That is a lot. So a tour is out of question for a while. So I guess if we want to make more money, the best way to do it is to invest in money buildings. So we'll just buy our walls and towers here. There are still open slots here. Now, we were going to build them. They need a defensive building here. If we bother with a fort building there. Got warrior lodges, which are good for heavy infantry, but we don't have heavy infantry in this location. That's another thing we could do, though. We could build the military camps here. Another possibility is we could increase the size of the second unit of Palaks, getting closer to being able to get rid of this, or we could increase the size of our mangonels, or we could increase the size of our mountaineers. How much are more mountaineers? So I think these are a little bit too expensive. Yeah, more mangonels, we could get one. I do kind of feel like maybe that's not the best choice, though. Like, if we could save just a bit more and get these quarries, it's 41 gold to get the quarries. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to save up to get the quarries. Yeah, that's good. That's what we'll do. We're not at war anymore. We're going to try to focus on internal advancement. Lure of Vendetta. The whole my sister Suramati's death has left in my heart remains clawed open each time I think of her foul killer and the justice that remains to be served. This guy. Day after day, the cruel logic of revenge dominates my thinking, fueled each night by fitful dreams where I see Tim Gaia Vida and all House Bhumapala racked by the same grief my family endures. Nothing will bring her back, and we don't have what we need to do anything to him. Like, we're not good enough at this. We would simply fail to murder him and invite him to do the same with cause against us. That is a mistake. Yes, he's a murderer, but he's a murderer in a faraway land who we have no leverage against. Is he still far away, or are we, like, right next to him now? We literally almost border on him now, so he's no longer a faraway land. He's actually feet from our door. If we were to convince this guy, like we were talking about, to join us, we would have a border with him. If we were to convince this woman, who has convinced herself, apparently, we would have a border with him. So, actually, he's not far away. He's our literal neighbor. Now, one thing we can do, one thing we're perfectly suited to doing, one thing that absolutely fits our nature, is getting this up high enough that we're exalted among men and using our kingdom war against him. But that's a secret. Shh. So nothing can bring her back. Nothing can bring her back. But just because I put aside revenge in the open sense does not mean I put aside vengeance in the long run. Do you see? I hope you see. Okay, so we're trying to save up for that building. That's good. We're making a decent amount of money now. Learn language success. All right, I feel accomplished. Let's see, what will happen if we do this? A 63% chance he likes us more. How does he feel about us now? That's fine. Just gonna do this. Okay, if we look down here at this guy, what is his language? We can learn his language. His language is Tibetan. Should we learn Tibetan? I think that's a good use of the first scheme against him. Yes. Learning his language gives us a bonus to vassalization. should also help us out with our new vassal here, because I bet she's also Tibetan. Yeah, good. I'm definitely not trying to, it's not a thing, right? I would never. I would. It's not that I would never, it's that it is literally inevitable. It has always been inevitable. So yeah, let's see, we're building this for more money. We're also gonna build this for more money. Evening reflections. I sip at my mug of spice wine, eyes scanning over the latest scrawled work. Silent longing in autumn. Oh, how such a beautiful countenance gleams, so perfectly pure, I come apart at the seams, although perhaps she'll break my heart yet. But to fail, to try, would be a bigger regret. I feel like I'm writing this from the perspective of my father. We gain the trait poet or journaler. Interesting. So poet gives us diplomacy, right? And it gives us the poetry action, which is pretty good. All journaling gives us is another way to lower stress, which we certainly could use. Don't get me wrong, these are both really good choices. But I feel this fits us better, so I think we're going to become a poet. I have arrived to declare fealty. Thank you, sir. I accept your words, and I verify the vows between us. You may continue to rule your lands those lands in my stead. Thank you. So you want to marry my daughter to your son. Is it your heir or second son? Not your heir. That's okay, though. Let's do it. I'm fine with that. So we really only have about a 60% chance that they take it well. We'll save the poem for later in the process, after maybe we've gotten his language and maybe some sways in, because it's not going to do that good a job right now. I could think of other people, though, that we could possibly send a poem to. How would you feel about a poem if I sent you a poem? 74% chance you take it well. Let's do it. Ah, he gained 20 opinion and took the poem well. Excellent. This is why we become a poet. Yes, we want to become more famed for our poetry. We are now a warrior diplomat poet. Of course, every good warrior diplomat has to be a poet. I don't know why I thought for a second that the other was the better choice. So my dastardly nephew has had a daughter. Too bad. You know, 3 years from now, sir. 3 years from now. Just you wait. It's coming. It's coming. So yes, we were going to go up here to a store, and we were going to build this quarry up. There. Very good. Let's look at how our vassals feel about us. Most of our vassals seem to be okay with us or better. That's good. I mean, we are a rather diplomatic, easy to get along with man. Although we're not doing the excellent job that it might be possible for us to do, but we're trying to expand here. So most of our sways are going out of the kingdom instead of staying in it. And most of our friendship attempts are as well. Let's see. I think we're gonna let this run a little bit till we make a bit more. Ooh, the stolen keg. So this is the daughter that we are now looking after ourselves. So this boy stole a keg of wine, but she tried to put it back herself. But no such luck for her. Diligent. Diligent's a good trait, dear. Good for you. Not everyone can be our father. We're starting to get a little bit old here. We don't have many more years in us, I don't think. We are still fine, which is good, but once the living healthy goes away, I don't think that'll stay. My skilled friend, we'll set that over there for a second. Yes, so we only have 4 more years with that. That's still a good period of time, though. This is going to help us probably make it to 60. My friend Lachchimi has proven highly capable, especially in martial matters. He is good. There is some project I would like to undertake in the Bailik of Kumon, my liege, with your blessing, of course. Oof. Take the reins. I mean, I could do it myself, Doing it myself has no penalty and gives me prestige. Letting him do it makes him closer to me and takes prestige away. I think we'll do it myself, since it has no harm and gets us closer to being exalted among men. Something we're really hoping to get within our life. Maybe we should, it's been years. We're a gregarious man, and it's been years since we've had a party. And we've been so focused on everything. My friend Lakshmi has been hovering around my council meetings lately. Knowing his interest in matters of leadership, I cannot help but feel the man is waiting for me to impress him. I could probably engage him in conversation. On the other hand, it might be better for him to simply see me interacting with my men. There is something to be said for at least pretending to know every soldier's face. Let's discuss methods of communication. We should do a meet and greet. This gives me respected figurehead, which is levy reinforcement rate. I think this is better. Again, because he already likes us as much as he can, so we should just do that. You guys have dropped down to 2, but you guys are back up at 3. That's awesome. What does the scoundrel get us? I haven't even looked at these in a long time. So lower mercenary, hostile attrition, levy reinforcements, and levy maintenance. That's really good. The Shuver of the Jackal. The Shuver of the Antelope is a tactician. Which is great, giving us martial lifestyle experience, which is pretty good. This gives us Stalwart. What does Stalwart give us at this point? Stalwart? Yeah, travel safety. All right. So it is the travel safety. Good enough. Those guys are doing great. Oh, let's just keep on this. Let's just keep on this. I'm going to let some time run just so that we can get some more money and maybe get some more stuff done and get closer to that all-important day where we can deal with our rival. I'm kind of excited about it, really. Okay, Tilaka, who we trained ourselves, has come of age. And here she is. 4-star education. We have trained our children so well. We've done such an excellent job. She can now fulfill her marriage. Wonderful. It's good. It's good. We're doing so well. I'm so excited. I'm actually kind of like right up there with him for getting his revenge on his nephew. We're about to get another martial perk as well. There it is, right there. Sappers. It's really good. Unlock that. And we just continue to grow in strength, and we have learned the dwarf's language. I feel accomplished. What's the chance that we get into like a 74% chance? That seems worth it. He gained 25 opinion of us from the friendship call. 75% worked out for us. Very nice. Will that make him a vassal yet? Not yet. But very likely after we become friends it will, so let us see here. Let's befriend him. Oh, no, that's clicking off. We didn't want to click it off. Let's befriend him now. We'll be here, befriend. Only 62% chance. Sadistic, dislikes compassionate. Well, we'll just have to hope for some good results. We're pretty close to being friends with him anyway. If we could hold a feast, we could also do it that way. Maybe a feast in his honor would just boost his liking of us a lot too. Daughter learns a language. We should be saving for a feast. It's been a long time. We are a gregarious guy, and we haven't held a feast since the beginning of our reign. We're like 55 years old. It's been like 15 years since we've had a serious feast. So let's see. Exquisite gift, which we cannot afford, gives 10 scheme power. Cheap gift. We can't afford either. I think we're just gonna have to... I think we're gonna have to let this pass. We simply can't afford it. Which sucks. It would have been nice if we could have done that. Well, we got other methods of befriending people if this scheme doesn't work. That's important to remember. We have accomplished a lot in our life. What is this saying? It wants us to do a grand tour. We're never going to be able to afford that. Just see how much the feast will cost when we finally do it. So we want to go to our own capital here. We don't need this to go nowhere. So it looks like 250. Okay, we can get that pretty fast. Yes, we can get that pretty fast. We have expanded down here. We're so close. We now border with our our enemy. We're getting closer to Exalted Among Men. 1 year away before we can attempt to remove the title from our rival. Our court grandeur is now level 8, which is where it should be. Let's take a look. Yes, if we remove one of these... Oh, I'm so close. I mean, I looked at this before, didn't I? I cannot tell. It looks like it's just on the other side of the line. Which means the way we would have to fix that is to get something that gives us court grandeur in our court. Scheme at court. My spy master to come with grave news, but we do not yet know who. Someone is plotting to kill my courtier. Well, keep checking. Keep looking. Discover it. Find out. I don't think any of these people over here will probably become vassals. Oh wow, they will. We just gonna accept everyone in the world, or we just is this just who we are now? We just literally. What about this child? We'll also offer vassalage to this child, I suppose. We are now deeply into the Himalayan mountains. Our reach extends further and further all the time. Did we not do that? We did. They're just not responding. I guess it's because they're far away. They're so far away. Hard to really even think of these people as being inside of our kingdom, how far away they are. Shallow ore mines. Flint. Subject deserves as much effort as I can afford. Studying interests. 93% chance for scheme power. And +1 diplomacy. I think we push it. Good. Did that help at all? No, because it's not chance, it's power, which just makes it happen sooner. Okay. Feel like neither of these people is answering. Oh, they're at war. Haha. They literally went to war with each other while we were sending the message. That's cute. That's fine. That's a little bit of a stretch anyway. That's a little bit of a stretch. I'll admit that that's probably further than we should be looking to go. We have made a friend. So in spite of it being a 62% chance, he has become our friend. Another vassal, another friend. Let's stop here. Let's go down to his land and say, can you join us? Oh, so close. It's nearly cultural. It's nearly completely cultural acceptance. We've got basically every single thing we could possibly have. Because he's ambitious and arrogant. I mean, it would be wise if he joined us, but we've tried our best. And he won't do it, so get those 7 points. If we could get both the points for military strength and the points for powerful vassals, he would come in. We could also raise our cultural acceptance. Let's see. Our cultural acceptance is trending up with them. We have no vassals of his culture. Yeah, we have no vassals of his culture. That's interesting. Alright, well, we did our best. We'll just have to hope that our military strength increases, and with that bit of a disappointment, I think we're going to end this episode. Next time, we should be able to raise our laws and force our horrid nephew, who I think has figured out what's wrong, because he seems to be coming around finally. Doesn't have much time left, though. You know, he doesn't have much time left. If he keeps at this, it's gonna go bad for him. We could finally, though, just before we end off, go over here to our friend and liege, and we could just learn his language once and for all. Something for us to do. And that is all, I think, for this episode. I hope to see you again next time we are here with Harsa of Lohara. We got 2 major goals left to fulfill. We want to grab the territory of his horrid rival, and we want to come down here, and once we are exalted among men, and fight the murderer of our sister in a kingdom war. I hope you're here with us when we do. Goodbye for now.